What's up, good people? It's your boy, the boy Henry Heck, back at it again with another video. And today I will be discussing XDefiant. We finally got our hands on it. It has come to full release, and I have been enjoying it. I've gotten almost 20 hours in, I think on like 17, 18, 19, somewhere around there, and playing a decent amount. I got my boy Rhino. I've been LMGing it up, which is not the LMG ain't a gun that people generally gravitate to, but I'm an LMG fan. Make no difference what game it's in. If it's an LMG in there, I want it in my hand. You understand what I'm saying? But I will start off with my pros. I like the movement. I like the simplicity. I can't speak today. Simplicity of the weaponsmith system. You don't have all this over clutter and tuning that we've been seeing in these recent Call of Duties. Um, I'm enjoying the fact that they went back to basics. Movement. It's very swift, quick. I enjoy that. Even though I'm more of a patient, slower kind of player, when I want to move, I can move, and I appreciate how we can slide and bunny hop and things of that nature. Um, I don't like that there isn't a prone, but I can understand and respect the creative decision of not having it in there. These folks were asleep. I don't know what they had going on, but I'm gonna clean them up appropriately. You feel me? Um, so the no prone, I don't get it, but I'm gonna trust the vision. You know, um, I like I like the maps. I'm still trying to learn and figure out where I can get my positioning in correctly with my style of play and with the LMG, because you can't just run and gun with the LMG. You need a second or two to set up. Your aim down sight time is, and your sprint to fire is kind of, But I just enjoy having that high magazine capacity, even though this magazine here, it's a smaller mag than what you would initially get with this weapon right here. The abilities, I enjoy the abilities, man. I'm a blitz shield man. Even in games like Road Company, the Division. If I get the opportunity to put a shield on and go hit somebody, I'm gonna go hit somebody. You know, um, it would be nice if there were a lunge forward with the shield, but I understand why it ain't. I understand why it ain't. So I respect it not being there. You could absorb a lot of damage unless you're getting shot in the legs or people maneuver around you, because people can maneuver around you. Don't get it twisted. They can maneuver on around you and it's a wrap. But I do enjoy knocking out a couple folk. Then when I need to reload, I just put that shield up and go chase down whomever else. And if they get me, they get me. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? If I'm gone, I'm gone. It is what it is. I done got my 2, 3 kills up out of it. So I'm good to go. And as far as some, you know, other factions' abilities, after participating in the betas and stuff, we assumed that the Libertad healing would be an issue. They've rectified all that. But in rectifying that, what they did was, the cleaners, the division faction, that incendiary bullet is just monstrous. That incendiary bullet is a monstrosity. As far as you can win your gunfight, but if you at low health, that tick damage is gonna go ahead and get you out the door. You can beat them, and you don't die necessarily every time, just depending on how much health you got left. But a lot of times it'll end up being a trade when it shouldn't be. If you win the gunfight, turn that tick damage off. Turn that tick damage off, because a lot of folk, I feel like, are relying on their tick damage a little too much, because they already got the drone and spit the fire, and you just taking so much fire damage and tick damage, and people are racking up kills, and they not necessarily skilled. It's just the ability is carrying them through. So that, I feel like that ought to be tuned, And it was an issue in the beta, but I don't feel like people really seen it or recognized it for what it was, because so many people were abusing the Libertad and the healing factor that they had going on. And as far as any other abilities, I don't have any issue with any other abilities. You know, some people are talking about the stealth and invisibility and intel goggles, and I ain't really had no issue with those because when people pop that off, when that wave come out, you'll generally get an idea from where the wave coming from. And me, I put my back to the wall as soon as they pop around that corner. You feel me? I'm spraying and praying and asking for forgiveness. You understand what I'm saying? I'm putting them in the dirt. So some people might just not have that situational awareness and they're just not reacting quick enough to do what they gotta do. I don't necessarily think anything need nerfs except for that tick damage. I feel like that's a real cheap way to get a lot of kills. Um, and then moving forward as far as the weapons, I have no issue with the weapons. Some people say the SMG need a buff. Personally, before you get to nerfing and buffing weapons, you got to fix this hit registration issue because you wind up trying to tune these guns and you still got this hit registration issue. You can mess around and make some too overpowered when the hit registration actually get fixed. So let's say you buff your SMGs and you fix your hit registration after. Now the SMG is just a monstrosity. You know, you gotta that hit registration in a shooter that need to be first priority right there. And they say they're working on it. I trust them to fix it. You know, I don't think they're gonna allow that to keep going on and on and on and on. And that's really my negatives as far as the game: the hit registration and the uh incendiary bullets. To be honest with you, you know, I don't. Only other gun I feel like needs some nerf is throw some flinch on the marksman sniper rifles, man. Throw some flinch on there, cause when you challenge one and win, it's like it's too much luck involved, cause they can just pop out hit you. I've killed a couple of them, but it's like a lot of luck in that. You know, it's a lot of negativity surrounding this game from people wanting it to be Call of Duty, but it's like you running from Call of Duty to XDefiant because it's something fresh, something new, and Call of Duty is doing a lot of things wrong that you don't necessarily agree with, but you come over here and you want it to be Call of Duty. Don't make no sense to me. Don't make no sense whatsoever. You know, give these people time to tune and adjust and cultivate the game how it need to be when you got this many players actually in the game, and you know you can use that feedback that live feedback they're giving you. You know, don't you got some people overly glazed, and you got some people being overly critical for whatever reason. But you know, you got to give the devs time. We got it out in the wild, so I trust them to really make this game what the fans and shooters would like it to be. You know, with their creative vision involved. But that's all I got for you right now. I just want to give a little brief talk about it. I'll catch y'all in the next one.